Hi guys, we've been studying Ireland this week in our homeschool, and they always have nice recipe suggestions that we can't eat because we're gluten-free. So I decided to make yesterday's recipe suggestion gluten-free and dairy-free, and it worked out. So I'm going to be sharing that with you today. Today we're going to be making some Irish soda biscuits. They're really quick and fun to make. I'm trying to make them really quick this morning for breakfast. So let's get started. So you're gonna need 2 bowls. And before I forget, we're gonna set the oven to heat up to 350. First, we're gonna grab our almond flour. We need 3 cups of this. 1.5 cups of tapioca starch. Careful with that one. 1 cup of raisins. You could use currants too if you had them. I just didn't have those. 4 teaspoons of caraway seeds. This is what gives the Irish soda biscuit, bread biscuits, their flavor. I've got in here 2 teaspoons of baking soda, hence the Irish soda bread, and 1 of baking powder. We're just going to stir this up. You're just going to want to stir this until it's mixed, because once we add the wet ingredients, it's a little trickier to make sure everything is mixed in. Make sure there are no lumps of raisins. I just broke a lump of raisins apart. Here's another one. The nice thing about doing it this way is that when you coat the raisins with a little bit of flour, they stay nice when they're baking and they don't get too dry or break apart or burn. So now you're going to grab your smaller bowl. So I've got 3 of my homegrown eggs. They're the prettiest colors. And what you're going to do is, if you're using farm fresh eggs like I am, I started weighing them. I bought some from the grocery store just to find out how much a large egg weighed, because we were finding discrepancies. So if you are homesteading or raising your own chickens, it's good to know that a large egg is around 59 to 60 grams each. I'm not sure how many ounces. I'll check that out and pop it up on the screen. But it's important that we're having a lot of inconsistencies. Our chickens sometimes lay really big eggs and some of them are little eggs. And so what I do is I pop them on the scale and make sure that they're all adding up to whatever it is, like 60 times 3 is 180, so these were, I think, 178 grams. It was close enough. So I'm just going to whisk those up just a little bit. Right? Then I'm going to add my other wet ingredients. So I'm using 6 tablespoons of avocado oil. You could use melted butter or melted coconut oil. I haven't tried those, but in the past when I've switched those out, those have always worked really, really well. Now, for the sour part, I'm using vegan sour cream. It's dairy-free and a lot of other allergen-free. It works for people like me who can't have dairy. You could also substitute just a regular, I think Greek yogurt would be really nice. I used to like using that, but I can't use that anymore. And I've got 3 tablespoons of honey. I'm just using my baby spoons. I've had a few baby spoons in the drawer just for things like this. Okay, pop that on the side. And we're gonna whisk, whisk, whisk until it's all done. So today happens to be St. Patrick's Day. I don't know what day you're watching this, but happy St. Patrick's Day if you're watching this today. And if not, that's okay too. Got my green shirt on today, and I'm trying to get this out there real quick for you. It wasn't even on the radar. We're studying Ireland this week, and I was just so excited that I threw this recipe together and it worked the very first time. That doesn't happen very often. Maybe it's the luck of the Irish. I don't know. Could be. So once it's pretty well mixed here, I am going to add it to my bowl of dry ingredients. Irish soda bread is typically used because it was very simple ingredients like flour, baking soda, eggs, and something to make it sour. Even buttermilk was the original, I believe. Don't quote me on that. But if you don't have buttermilk, you can even take milk and add it. You could totally use yogurt in this. But originally you could put in milk and then sour it with some vinegar or with some lemon juice. Now you could omit raisins if you're not a big fan of raisins. And you could omit the caraway if you have a couple kids who aren't real crazy about the caraway seeds. But St. Patrick's Day, you know, you gotta make it. Gotta make it work. I've made Irish soda bread before, but it never turned out as well as I liked. I probably could try this as a soda bread. Haven't yet. I'll let you know if that turns out. And it takes a little bit of muscle power here. It is quite thick. So once it's all mixed in, we're gonna grab our baking sheet. Now, I've already lined mine with a Silpat here. You can also use parchment paper. I've used parchment paper, that's what I used yesterday. I just put that on there today because I was too lazy to get it cut. Just wanna get these in the oven. Still pretty early in the morning. The kids are waiting for breakfast. They're all playing in their rooms right now. For these ones, I like to use an ice cream scoop. For cookies, I'll use a smaller scoop, but for these, an ice cream scoop. And I just measure them out nicely on my Silpat. Like that. I'm trying to use up every last bit of dough here. Yesterday when I made them, I got 15, so I'm just trying to scrape everything here and see if I can get a 14 so far. Let's see if I can get 15 out of here. This one's probably the best for kids who don't like raisins. There aren't very many raisins left in the scraping, so. All right. There we go. There we go. We have 15 Irish soda bread biscuits. So yesterday when I baked these, I flattened the top of them to make them more like a tea biscuit shape. And I did that with a glass and some tapioca starch. They just dumped the tapioca starch and then flattened it a little bit. The kids didn't like the tapioca starch on top of the buns, and hubby said, right out of the ice cream scoop, that shape, he loves it, so that's what we're gonna do. So you can see them here, they're all ready to go in the oven. Now I'm gonna put them in the oven at 350 for 15 minutes, and they should be done. If they're not quite done, I'll put them on for a couple more minutes, but they should be done between 15 and 20 minutes, depending on how hot your oven is. Let's go. Done. So we're gonna get these here cooled off for a few minutes. I'm gonna leave them there, and then I'll put them on a cooling rack, and we're gonna enjoy them with some tea. We can have those for breakfast. What should we put on them? Okay, we'll put some butter on it. For those who can have butter, it tastes really, really good with jam. Yeah. That's it for today. We've made some Irish soda biscuits, and they are really, really good. Didn't try them yet today. They're still really hot. We're gonna let them cool off, and we'd love to see you in some of our other videos. We do lots of gluten-free things, lots of gluten-free recipes, because we're gluten-free homesteaders, and we also do lots of the homesteading things like gardening, canning, and all that kind of stuff, raising chickens, and we're hoping to get some pigs again soon. So be sure to like and subscribe and hit that bell. Make sure you get notified when we put up new videos. We do two new videos every week. We'll see you in the next one. Got my breakfast, my Irish soda biscuit, got my tea. Now I'm gonna go watch Boyle Arms and Hog. They put a new one out every Thursday. They're Irish, and what a better way to do St. Patrick's Day.